First, we are getting you the latest on the controversy over the Kamal Haasan film Vishwarupam. The government is finally talking tough. Information and Broadcasting Minister Manish Tewari has now indicated that the government may be ready to amend the law.
We're getting this from what he had tweeted earlier in the day, saying that the Cinematograph Act should be revisited to ensure that state governments cannot question a certificate that has already been given and handed out by the Censor Board once. He has tweeted to say that this is necessary so that each state does not behave as its own censor. The government source is also saying that the Information and Broadcasting Ministry will set up a committee to study these amendments. The government wants to set up an appellate body as well, where then state governments can actually take their appeals. All right, I believe we can go across to Ms. Leela Samson, the Chief of the Censor Board. Thanks very much, Ms. Samson, for being with us here on CNN and IBN. A definitive, concrete step yet to be taken by the government, but the indications certainly are positive, giving more power to the Censor Board. Your first reaction, Ms. Samson?
I'm delighted. I cannot tell you that this is the best piece of news I've had in a few days, because up to now, as you know, the government has been silent, and rightly so, because it's for the censor, the certification board to. And by the way, may I request all of you all to please use the word certification instead of censor. We've long moved from being the censorship board to the certification board. Having said that, I'd like to say that we've been defending ourselves, as you know, very vociferously here in Chennai against what the the attorney said in court, defending the state government's position. It was really the allegations made, calling CBSE a scam, suggesting that we were corruptible and things like that. Most out of place. If that was so many films that we certify every day would all be therefore literally uncertified, if you like, if you follow his trend of thought. But if Manish Tewari ji has actually said this, I'm absolutely delighted. We do have an FCAT in place. We have an independent judge sitting on an appellate tribunal, and I personally feel that yes, these states should refer the film to the FCAT.
Ms. Samson, a quick question to you here. The government is talking about amending the Act. You are saying you are delighted. What are the sort of amendments you are looking at specifically?
Well, basically these kind of, rulings for exigency situations like the one we've seen. It's becoming more and more common for various state governments, state parties, state religious groups, everybody, getting into the act of wanting to see a film before it's screened. This is released. This is absolutely unheard of. If every artist in the country had to get their work screened by, and not just film people, it will happen as it has to writers, painters, it will happen to dancers, musicians. This trend has become very exaggerated now, and I'm afraid we are moving into a very intolerant nation. So Manish Tewari being somebody young and, dynamic, if he has said this, I am absolutely, and for my board, it's a huge relief. Because we've been literally having to defend ourselves over the last week.
Certainly so, Ms. Samson. Just one final question to you. Should we also be a little more skeptical regarding what Mr. Manish Tewari has said, considering the kind of politics that have been playing out surrounding Vishwarupam and its release and Kamal Haasan? What exactly are you looking for as far as an assurance is concerned? A time-bound matter in which this is certainly amended?
No, I mean, it would be wonderful, as I have been saying for the last 2 years, for any amendment to the Act. It's a 1951 Act, a nation that is one of the leading film nations of the world. We have unfortunately an Act. It's a wonderful Act, so it doesn't need great amendment, but it is very dated. So norms have changed, societal norms have changed. I say that in the 100 years of Indian cinema, give the nation a new amended Act. That would be the most wonderful thing. Why skepticism? Because there's no reason for it, because a state government that has a doubt about a law and order problem may approach an individual, independent tribunal to sort out the matter. But after that, they must not intervene then.
All right, Ms. Samson, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us this hour. Thank you so much.